Hello everyone, I heartily welcome you. I, Gaurang Chapaneri, founder of Mechanical Guru 2020 YouTube channel. In this video, I have covered two-phase method with maximization problem of linear programming. I am covering this topic in easiest and simple way with some of the important tricks and technique to find out the simplex tabular values. I am sure this video will help you to understand how to find out the optimal solution with less time. If you like my video, then please subscribe it and press the bell icon to get latest notifications, and don't forget to press the like button. Now I will go to the two-phase method. In today's video, we discuss the two-phase method. So first we understand the two-phase method. In a two-phase method, we have to solve the example in a two-phase. So first we understand the two-phase, what is two-phase and what we have to do in a phase 1 and phase 2 when we solve the example. Let's see the phase 1. First, in this phase, to obtain IBFS, that is initial basic feasible solution, one artificial objective function is generated. This artificial objective function is summation of all the artificial variables. It is minimized subject to constraint given whether the objective function is minimized irrespective whether the original problem is maximization or minimization type. Means problem in a phase 1, we have to consider. Next point, once this new objective function is solved, the last feasible solution obtained in this is the initial basic function of the phase 2. Now, we discuss the phase 2 step. First point, the feasible solution obtained in the phase 1 is the starting solution for original problem. Replace artificial objective function is replaced by original objective function. Also, the coefficient of basic variable is also changed. And the last point, based on that of Cj minus Zj for decision variables and slack methods is calculated according to the given objective function, whether the problem is maximization or minimization. Further procedure is done using a simplex method until the solution is obtained. Now we will go to the example. Solve by two-phase method. Maximize z is equal to 5x1 plus 10x2 subject to 2x1 plus x2 less than equal to 6. Second constraint, x1 plus 2x2 less than equal to 6. And last constraint, x1 plus x2 greater than equal to 4. And non-negative condition, x1 x2 greater than equal to 0. Okay, so this example will be solved by the two-phase method. So first we have to convert the objective function in a phase 1 as per the step. So now the first, introducing the slack variable, surplus variable, artificial variable, and converting in the minimization problem as a given 0. Okay, so here the problem is maximization. So in a phase 1, always we have to consider the minimization, whether the problem is maximized or minimized. Always we consider the minimization. So next point, summation of all the artificial variable. This is our objective function. So here minimize z is equal to a1. Here only one sign is greater than equal to. So objective function minimize z is equal to a1. Now we convert the equation. So first 2x1 plus x2 plus w1 plus 0w2 minus 0s3 plus 0a1 is equal to 6. Similarly, second x1 plus 2x2 plus 0w1 plus w2 minus 0s3 plus 0a1 is equal to 6. And the last constraint x1 plus x2 plus 0w1 plus 0w2 minus s3 plus a1 is equal to 4. Here all the variable, that is decision variable, slack variable, surplus variable and artificial variable greater than equal to 0. Now this equation we have to convert it in the simplex tabular form. So now we convert the tabular form. So equation 1, okay, this is the standard format. Basic variables, basic cost, basic, okay, and this value we have to write down from the first equation x1, x2, w1, w2, s3, a1 and the last bi, that is right hand side of the value, and the last this here we have to write down the profit constant, that is cj. So here our objective function minimize z is equal to a1. So just we have to put a1 value, remaining all the value are 0. Next basic variable, that is we had the slack variable and artificial variable. So here basic variable, that is w1, w2 and a1, and the cost is 0, 0, 1. Now we have to put this value by using this equation. So just we have to write down the technological coefficient. So the first equation, technological coefficient 2, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 6, just copy and paste here. Similarly for the second and third. Clear? Now here we have to find out the zj value. So how to find out? Just simple, this into this plus this into this plus this into this, means 0 into 2 plus 0 into 1 plus 1 into 1. So here we get the 1. Similarly here 0 into 1 plus 0 into 2 plus 1 into 1, so again 1. Similarly other 0, 0, minus 1, 1. Clear? Next we have to find out the delta j value, that is cj minus zj. So 0, minus 1, so here minus 1. Next 0, minus 1, again minus 1. Here 0, 0, plus 1 and 0. Now in a delta j value, we have to choose most negative number, because here our objective function is minimize z. So in that we have to choose most negative number. Okay, so here there is a tie. Okay, in a delta j value, x1 value minus 1, similarly x2 value is minus 1. So there is no any rules for selecting the key column. Okay, so in that we can select any of the column. So here I choose first column. Okay, so this is our key column. Next we have to find out the ratio, that is bi by kc. So 6 divided by 2, 3, 6 divided by 1, 6, 4 divided by 1, 4. In a ratio we have to choose minimum positive number. So here the minimum positive number is 3. So this is our key row. And this is our key elements, where key row and key column are intersect at one point, is called the key element. Okay, so here the first iteration is completed. Now we will go to the next iteration. Okay, as per standard format. Now here x1 is a entering variable and w1 is a leaving variable. So first we have to replace this value. Okay, so 0 W1 in that we have to write down 0 X1 and the remaining variable as it is, that is W2 and A1 as it is, also cost is as it is. Next, we have to replace this key row value. In that we have to use this equation. Each element of the key row divided by key elements means simple, just divided by key element. Okay, so 2 divided by 2, 1 divided by 2, 1 divided by 2, 0 divided by 2, similarly other value. So here we get the value like 1.5.5, 0, 0, 0 and 3. And the remaining value we have to use this equation. New element is equal to old number minus in bracket corresponding key row number into corresponding key column number divided by key element. So remaining all the value we have to use this equation. But here I will show you some of the important tricks and technique to find out the simplex tabular value without using this equation. Just we have to find out few values. See how. So here W1 is a living variable and X1 is a entering variable. So in a W1 column value, that is 1, 0, 0 and 0. In addition to forget the ZZ value, not required for the next iteration. Okay, so W1 value, that is 1, 0, 0 and 0. Just copy and paste in the X1 column. Okay, so here 1, 0, 0, 0. Next, W2 value. Okay, so W2 column value 0, 1, 0, 0. Just copy and paste as it is. Similarly, A1 column 0, 0, 1, 0. Just copy and paste it here. Done. Now, one more tricks. In a key row, is there any 0? Yes, there are 3 0. Okay. If in a key row 0, that column as it is. Okay, so this column already we have to return here. Similarly, A1 value already we written here. Okay, so S3 0 means this column we have to write down as it is. So 0, 0, minus 1 and 1, just copy and paste here. Clear? So now here only we have to find out the 8 values. Okay, 2, 2, 2 and these 2 values. So remaining value we have to use this equation. Okay, so let's see how to find out. So this is our new element. Okay, so new element is equal to old number. So this is our old number minus in bracket corresponding key row number. So, okay, so this is our key row number into corresponding key column number, that is minus 1 divided by key element. Okay, so here we get the minus 0.5. Similarly, next value, okay, so old number 0, corresponding key row number 1, corresponding key column number minus 1 divided by key element 2. So here we get a 0.5. Okay, similarly, same equation we have to use and find out the remaining value. So here we get the 1.5, 0.5, minus 0.5 and minus 0.5. Okay, same here. Okay, see, old number is 6, key row number 6, key column 1 divided by 2. So 6 minus in bracket 6 into 1 divided by 2, so 6 minus 3, so here we get the 3. Similarly here 4 minus 6 into 1 divided by 2. Okay, so here we get the 1. Again in a delta J we have to choose most negative number. Okay, so here most negative number is here. Okay, so this is our key column. Next we have to find out ratio. So here 3 divided by 0.5. Okay, 6, 3 divided by 1.5. So here we get a 0.66 and 1 divided by 0.5. So here we get the 2. So in that we have to choose minimum positive number. So here minimum positive number is 0.66. So this is our key row and this is our key element. Okay, now we will go to the next iteration. Okay, so here x2 is a entering variable and w2 is a leaving variable. So first we will replace this value. So 0 and w2, in that we have to write down 0x2 and the remaining variable, that is x1 and a1, as it is. Similarly cost as it is. Done. Next we have to replace this key row value by using same equation, each element of the key row divided by key element. So here we get the value 0, 1 minus 0.33, 0.66, 0, 0, 2. And other value we have to use same equation. So here again we have to apply our shortcut method. So here w2 column value, that is 0, 1, 0, 0, just copy and paste in a x2 column. Okay, so here 0, 1, 0, 0. Remaining variable, that is x1, so x1 value 1, 0, 0, 0 and a1 value 0, 0, 1, 0. Okay, is there any 0? Yes, here. Okay, so S3, again S3 column is as it is, so 0, 0, minus 1, 1. 8 values the same. Okay, so here we get the 0.33, again 0.33, 0.66, minus 0.33, minus 0.66, minus 0.33, again here 2 and 0. Okay, so here all the delta J value are 0 and positive. So it's represent, this is our optimal solution. So treating this solution as an initial solution for the second phase. Okay, so here the phase 1 is completed. Now we will solve by the phase 2. Okay, in a phase 2, so first what we have to do, if in a basic variable artificial variable is still present, okay, in a phase 2 just eliminate the row for the phase 2. Similarly in a key column, this key column also we have to eliminate. Okay, so just this value we have to represent. And one more thing, also we have to replace our original objective function value. Okay, so here x1 and x2 value, it is 5x1 and 10x2, just we have to write down 5 and 10. Similarly here x1 x2, also we have to replace this cost, and here the remaining value as it is, this value. Now here again we have to find out the ZJ value. So simple, 5 into 1 plus 10 into 0, so here we get the 5, here 10, here again 0, here 4.95, and here 0. Next we have to find out delta J, that is Cj minus Zj. So here 5 minus 5, 0, 10 minus 10, 0, 0 minus 0, 0 minus 4.95, so here minus 4.95, again 0. Okay, so here all the delta J value are 0 and negative. So this is the optimal solution. Hence we can write the solution for a given LTP as follows. So here the x1 value is 2. Similarly x2 value is 2. This value we have to put into our original objective function, that is maximize z is equal to 5x1 plus 10x2. In that we have to put this value. So here we get the maximize z is equal to 30. Done. Thank you everyone for watching my video. For any query or suggestion, you can contact me. This is my mobile number and this is my mail ID. Once again, thank you.